chances are you have a complaint or two about your skin, whether it's blemishes and blackheads, dry skin or stubborn wrinkles, or let's face it, all of the above. But look, you don't have to grin and bear it. Certainly not, because our skin and beauty expert Jennifer Rock from the skinnerd.ie joins me now to share her advice and favourite products for dealing with some common skin problems. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yay. Absolutely. Doesn't matter what age you are, early teens till the end of time, your skin, particularly the skin on your face, does tend to flare up at different times of your life with different problems.
Yes, definitely. So one of the main concerns I find people would have is with congestion. So little spots underneath the skin or just spots that come out at any given time, whether you're man, woman, and as you say, all ages. So
okay, so we've had some questions in from viewers, and the first one is, oily or blemished skin, how can I improve my skin and stop it looking oily? So this viewer says, I make sure to wash and scrub my face. Don't use the word scrub with Jennifer, big mistake. But my skin still looks oily. Is there anything I can do to improve this? So I understand that it's so oily, you're trying to do everything you can to take the oil off, but you don't want to damage your skin either.
People usually exactly want to take away all the oil, but actually oil is a good thing. You do need that in the skin, there's no doubt about it. So the first product I have is Your Good Skin, which is a brand that's created by lots of different women. It's like a community-based concept, and this has an ingredient in it called salicylic acid.
Oh yes,
one of my favourites.
I know all about it.
But what's really clever about this product compared to maybe others is that they tend to maybe sometimes overtake the oil, whereas this has a cream base to it. So it has the ingredient and it has the cream, so it exfoliates, dissolves oil, but it won't strip too much, so it's a perfect balance. So
when should you use this?
This is a cleanser, so you can use it night and day. You can't overdo it, or if you're in the shower.
And by a cleanser, do you mean will it take off your makeup and your eye makeup?
I wouldn't take it off around the eye area. Anything with that ingredient could be a little bit too much around the eye, so you can use an eye makeup remover than this. But you use it as a regular cleanser into the palm of the hand, a good 60 seconds, thorough cleanse. It's great. I get spots on my back, décolleté. It's a very attractive affair. So you can use this all over the body as well, so anywhere that you get lumps and bumps. Or it's great for the back of the arms. See? There you go.
Arms. I do listen to you, Jennifer, and it is that acid which is called
salicylic acid. So it's affordable. It's $7.99. So it's something that everyone can definitely get their hands on.
Oh, that's great, particularly if you're going to be using it every single day. Okay, we have another question in from a viewer. Excuse me. Dull skin or lack of radiance is this viewer's problem. How can I brighten my skin and stop it looking dull? It always looks dull. I've tried different products over the years. Nothing seems to really work. I want to brighten my skin again. And I think sometimes living in Ireland, it's no wonder we have kind of dull skin, because particularly a lot of women, you're wearing makeup all the time. You're wearing heavy SPFs on your face.
Are you? Very good here. I'm very proud of you.
I do, listen. But sometimes I think your skin just doesn't even get a chance to breathe. So the products you're using at home are really, really important. What do you recommend?
They definitely are. So I think the main thing with dull skin is to look at the diet that you're getting. So you're getting your good fats, your essential fatty acids, your vegetables. All of those do feed the skin from within. But then ultimately, one of the products that have become just a massive concept in the last year, and it's Liz Earle. I don't know if you've heard of it as a brand.
Absolutely, yes.
It's Ireland. So Liz Earle basically has what they call a hot cloth cleanse and polish. I think it's so clever. So you use this particular product, pump it into the palm of the hand again. So it's different to this cleanser in that this is more for your oily, congested skin. This is more for someone who wants to have like that home luxurious feel. So it's creamy. It's got eucalyptus. It wakes you up in the morning.
It smells beautiful.
And that's really important. But it does have really nourishing ingredients that just give back to the skin and leave like a nice, soft, occlusive layer. And then they have a muslin cloth which comes with it inside the packet. So you just use the muslin cloth wet to remove your product carefully and thoroughly. So otherwise, if you don't use the muslin cloth, you tend not to remove it as much as we'd want. And we want the skin to be nice and fresh to put on your active product.
And what can you do with this cloth? Can you throw it into the washing machine?
Yeah,
or do you just hand wash it?
You can hand wash it. You can put it in the washing machine 30 degrees every couple of days and just make sure that you leave it to dry, like air dry. So.
And then you can also just buy them individually, can't you? To replace them.
Yes, you can. And then also with this, it's fantastic around the eye area, just to remove any eye makeup. It takes off makeup in a couple of seconds. So it's brilliant at the end of the day when you're tired. You need to take your makeup off. Your skin's a little bit dry, really nourishing, and removes it thoroughly. So everything in one.
Well, look, this is a really well-known product, isn't it?
Absolutely. People adore it, and for the right reasons. So
it's been around quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, and
you used to have to get it online, but now you can get it here.
You get it in Boots. You can get it in Boots Ireland, yeah. So nationwide.
Perfect. Okay, accessible. Third question. Stubborn wrinkles. That's what they are. They don't go away by themselves, it appears. Question number 3, how can I fight stubborn wrinkles? I have started to get wrinkles. I've sought out a few different creams, but I find them quite heavy. And I get confused since there's just so many out there to choose from. Any product that you would recommend?
So I'm obsessed with serums in general. I think serums are fantastic because they can penetrate into the lower layer of the skin. So what boots, I've been really fortunate, I have to say, for the last week or two, I've had my paws on this particular product, which is Hya. So if you want to have a little play with it.
Okay, so what is this?
This is a new product from number 7. So I want to make sure I say the name 100% correct. So it's the Line Correcting Booster Serum. So I tend to get myself a little bit tongue-tied. It is genuinely the most non-invasive, quick fix product I've come across for the eye and the forehead area in a really long time. So you can apply it, you wash your skin with whatever cleanser it is that you need, and then you'd apply it literally to the areas that you might be concerned with. So across the forehead, around the eyes. These are a fancy name for it. It's called the nasolabial fold, so the line from your nose down to your mouth, fancy name, across the upper lip and the bottom of the lip.
So these are all the areas that people do get lines. Now, what age should you start using this? I mean, if you don't have wrinkles, is it good to use this anyhow as a preventative thing?
There's an ingredient in there called Matrixyl 3000 plus, so it's 7 times more active than any of their other products that they've released to market. So it comes from a concept that they're also launching called number 7 laboratories. So they've obviously always had laboratories to make the product, but this is a whole what they call a think tank, and I love that. So basically they've pooled customers' information, science and beauty all together, all the experts together, and they've created a product that will get you results quite quickly.
And do you use this do you use this with your moisturiser? Can you use it by itself?
Yeah, so you'd wash your face, put this on specific areas. As you said earlier, it looks like you're kind of
injecting.
Yeah, but I love it because it's kind of a more medicinal feel, but it's not invasive. You can use it at all ages. So for me, I like prevention rather than just cure. From 25 onwards, from an anatomy and physiology perspective, your collagen and elastin levels are dipping. What Matrixyl 3000 plus, which is this particular ingredient, the main one, it has the ability to really help the elasticity or the fibrillin in the skin, which basically means when you have like lines and wrinkles here, or you're quite animated, I think you and I would definitely be. Studies would say, which is what they've done a lot of work on, 1,000 women were interviewed, and they started to realise that animation is actually attractive. So you can be deemed sexier, more educated, fantastic news, from having a very animated face. But with that, women tend to want, and men want, to have less depth in their wrinkle, and that's where that absolutely comes in.
Okay, so men and women can use this. Let's get to one of the other questions. How do I get rid of blackheads on my nose, no matter what this person does? Can't get rid of them. Has tried some of the strips, but she finds them very sore. I think this is a female. Could be a male viewer, mind you. Okay,
so strips definitely, I tend to find it like a short-term fix. I always describe oil like a volcano. So there's lots of oil underneath, and then the tip of the volcano is what people tend to go at, and they sprout out, and then they're delighted, but the problem is still there. So I genuinely, and I'm not just saying it because you just said it, but salicylic acid is the ingredient I always say for blackheads, congestion, lumps and bumps will help get into the skin, dissolve it, and help break down the amount of oil. It is oil.
Just very quickly, we've had a viewer who's just had her first baby and she's got stretch marks everywhere, she says. She wants to use something natural as she's breastfeeding, but boobs, bum, arms, legs, and of course her stomach has covered in stretch marks. Don't worry about them, you've just done a fabulous thing.
You have. So congratulations. So yes, so the first thing I'd say about stretch marks is about getting zinc and magnesium into the diet. So if she can do that naturally, and obviously check with her doctor, that'd be the best thing, I think. I generally feel for stretch marks you need to feed the skin inside because the collagen and elastin is deeper down, just so that you start to see it. Once there's still red in the area, it means there's blood coming to the tissue, which means you can see a difference with it.
Okay, so that's a good time to start then, before they sort of become flesh coloured
if they
almost.
become whiter, it's harder to treat them then because there's no blood getting to the area to be able to bring the nutrition to it.
Wonderful. Jennifer Rock, thank you as always, a pleasure. Coming up after the break, we're getting a sneak peek at the dance rehearsals ahead of tomorrow night's Battle of the Stars in aid of Breast Cancer Ireland. I don't even recognise that person. Stay tuned.